I'm the principal here at Columbia Middle, and today is a very special day for our staff, students, and our community. And we're just honored. I look out here, all of our special visitors. Thank you to two of our board members here with us today, our superintendent and his staff, and lots of military support. And our 6th grade teachers, thank you for coming. And I just want to give a shout out to our Beta Club students. They're all our officers and our student council officers who helped put this together today. So thank you all for being here. I am so proud of our building. And I think our students, when I shared this secret with our student council and Beta Club, those students were so excited and proud to be a Raider. And so I am proud to be a Raider. And I want to introduce you to one of our Raiders this morning. Very special student. He is also a military child, and his parent is here with him this morning, as well as his brother, Mr. Dungu. And his brother, Alex, who's also in 6th grade, so we have 2 students. So he's going to start our program. Welcome to everyone. Like I said, looking out there today just makes my heart just, I am proud to be a Raider. And this is a huge honor for our school and our community. And I am blessed to be able to share that with our military family. So thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to Preston Duncan.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Preston Dungu, and I'm a military child. Being a military child comes with a lot of also positives but negatives. Moving schools, meeting new friends can be very difficult and challenging sometimes. With the help of Columbia Middle School, I got used to everything. My peers and my friends, they were all welcoming. The teachers and staff were very nice, and they were opening more opportunities for other students to get better at themselves. I would also like to thank all our military families and staff for being here today. It really means a lot to have that support for not only our school, but our children as well to become future leaders. I would now like to turn it over to Mr. State Superintendent, Mr. Richard Woods.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you today. This is, again, if this is all I had to do in my job, I would have the most envious job in the world. But on behalf of myself and the Department of Education, I want to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. Superintendent, again, to our board members, to Ms. Barnes, again, to everything that is taking place today. This is optional, okay? This is not something you have to do. But it is something that I think that, you know, as I look back and reflect back on my life, I'm one of those military brats myself. My dad was 30 years United States Navy, okay? So, but today I knew I was an Army land, typically, so I wore my Army tie. So you don't know, that was a big sacrifice, okay? But just wanted to say thank you again to your commitment here within Columbia County. Just as what Preston was talking about, those are challenges that I faced. You know, when you're on the move every year and a half, 2 years, you know, for a young child, it's like, I just left my friends again. I left my home, I left my stability, I left everything that was there. For our parents who are military, is now thinking, what am I dumping my kids into? You know, is that going to be a safe place? Is it going to be a place where they thrive? You know, because typically you don't get the choice of your deployment. Uncle Sam says, you go here and you go there. And that's, you know, the way that that takes place. Sometimes you might get to request that, but I just remember, you know, we were packing up, and it'd be in the middle of the year. All of a sudden, next thing I know, we're leaving in the middle of the school year, and that's a challenge in itself as well. And so, thank you again for stepping up here within Columbia County, looking after this group of people, because I can tell you, as any of these individuals that are wearing this uniform, their first priority is their family. And to make sure that their kids are looked after, that takes one less thing off their plate that they have to worry about. Because their job and their service is extremely important. Within the past 20 or 30 years, it has been extremely stressful, to say the least. With a lot of the uncertainty that we face within the world and what we have been facing in the world as well. So I want to thank you for your support of our military personnel and their families. Allowing our young people to come in, allowing them to adjust very safely and smoothly. Oh, make sure I got my phone off here. I hate the president to call and all of a sudden I have to answer. Or the governor. But you know, when you think about, you know, what that does mean, I mean, it is a challenge. But to have school systems that go above and beyond, because this is above and beyond. There is a national recognition, what they call a Purple Star designation. But we decided that we wanted to be something a little more than just the national norm. We wanted to take this and move this forward to make sure that if someone received this designation, they were doing the work, they were doing the heavy lift to make sure that they were supporting our military family. Because what you find out, we want that transition to be smooth when they come in. We want that transition to be smooth when they redeploy. But in many cases, what we'll find out is that these families, if we impress them enough, guess where they'll retire? They'll come back to Georgia. And that's what we want as well. We want to make sure that we are welcoming that at the end of your tour, at the end of your service line, that you could travel anywhere in the world. Georgia's your first choice. And that's, you know, again, something we want to be very mindful of as we do that. But again, I just want to recognize Rachel Lavoie. She is our military liaison within. Like I said, I think probably the first in the nation that I would be aware of with that. And that's where, again, it was a top priority for us. Because we're all about kids in the state of Georgia. We begin our day, we end our day thinking about our children. And that means every child in the state of Georgia. And especially with military children, like I said, you know, Preston did a good job. What he shared with you, that's the real deal. That's the life of a military child. You know, like I said, it has a lot of good and positive, but it has some negative as well. And what we want to do is make sure that that negative is really, really low on the list. But we can elevate the positive. Because hopefully, if they are redeployed somewhere and they have to go somewhere, we've set a bar that our expectations and how we treat our families will be transferred to somewhere else. Whether that's in the state of Georgia or throughout the U.S. or perhaps throughout the world, depending where they are deployed. We want to make sure that there's no place like home. Okay? And that home is the state of Georgia. And for you, that home is Columbia County. So at this time, we'll ask Preston to come up. On behalf of myself and the Department of Education, I'd like to congratulate Columbia Middle School for becoming our newest Military Flagship recognized school. So congratulations. All right. Very good. I don't know, Mr. Superintendent or Ms. Barnes, if y'all want to say anything real quick, we'll be glad. I don't know what your program looks like, but if not, we will be busy taking a few pictures, I think.
I just want to thank you all for coming today. My heart is just full of pride this morning. And when I said this student is one of the best, he is one of the best. And all of our students in here, but he transitioned well and he has become a leader in our building. So very proud of you. We talked about our butterflies this morning. And so he did a great job. So very proud of you, Preston.